Okay guys, so you've come on to look at the top 5 sweeteners on a keto diet. If that's what you're looking for, stay tuned. Okay guys, so you can see, obviously we understand that when it comes to sweeteners, we can see that unfortunately sweeteners are going to cause an issue for you on a ketogenic diet. Why? Some of them do a good job, some of them do a terrible job. Now, you have a whole issue relating on carbs, and at the same time, some will give you carbs, and some are going to spike your blood sugar, thus they're going to spike your insulin. And that is why they're going to either give you carbs to stop the diet, or they're going to give you insulin spike, which is going to halt ketone production. Now, let's have a look at number 1. So number 1, you have Maltitol. Now Maltitol is the number 1 keto sweetener trap. You can see it in a whole range of different bars, donuts. You can find it in many different snacks. It's unfortunately very good at being like a sugar, but unfortunately too successful because it gives carbs and spikes your blood sugar around about 50 to 75% carbs you get, and it has a high glycemic index as well. Now you can see here 50 to 75% significantly absorbed by the body, while you see in your GI score you can see 35 to 52, so it's really coming up high, close to normal sugar. So can spike blood sugar and kick you out of ketosis? Yes, it does. Raises blood sugar and insulin, can kick you out of ketosis, common in sugar-free products. So the takeaway is, before you buy that bar, whip it over, look at the ingredients. If it says Maltitol, calculate how much you're going to get, have it. If it doesn't, kick you out of your diet. Simple. If it does, or if you're scared, so when you avoid it, you understand that, hey, this is going to be no problem if I don't let it as a problem. Now, number 2. So sweetener number 2, Sorbitol. Here we have Sorbitol. Now Sorbitol is not as bad as Maltitol, but you get 50 to 60% still of carbs, so it's still a high impact on your carb daily allowance. And you can see here the GI score though is actually quite a bit lower than Maltitol, so that's one saving grace of it. You can see that obviously that because of the low score there, 9, you're going to understand that you are not going to have your blood sugar and your spike, so your insulin won't spike as much. So you're going to get the carbs, but it's going to impact it less. So what we can see here, you find it in sugar-free gum, sugar-free candies or sweets, sugar-free chocolates. So again, Sorbitol unfortunately is going to have to be monitored if you have some on a keto diet. So can spike blood sugar and cause digestive issues. So again, a double whammy there. Number 3. So here we go guys, sweetener number 3, Xylitol. A smarter keto sweetener, huh? Well, let's have a look here. This one, if you're going to have a sugar alcohol or polyol, and you're going to have one that is going to be one of the top 3 worst ones, then this is the best one to go for, Xylitol. So commonly found in sugar-free gum, sugar-free sweets or candies, sugar-free chocolates. Now, can spike blood sugar and cause digestive issues, keto-friendly, tooth-friendly, naturally sweet. So you could say this, but you still have to understand you're going to get 50% of the carbs, and it's got a decent GI, so you have to be careful. Now, what you can see here is Xylitol again is going to be seen as it's one of the top 3 worst sweeteners. So you have Maltitol, Sorbitol and Xylitol. So again, you have to be careful when you consume it. Calculate it, use your keto journal, and you will then be obviously easy to give you the correct daily allowance. Okay guys, so number 4, here we go, you got Isomalt. Okay, so you might see it also as Isomalto oligosaccharides, so it depends on the nutritional label. Most say Isomalt, a gentle keto-friendly sweetener. So Isomalt, even though it is seen as not being so conducive for keto, it's in the bad boy sugar alcohol area, polyols. This one's much better. So Isomalt is 1,000 times better, and you can actually find many sweets with it, many different types of chewy gums or hard boiled sweets. and it's not as scary. Look at that, the GI is 2, it's extremely low, again nearly nothing, and it's around 10% of the carbs absorbed. So you can be lower, so that's the main effect of it, that's the main benefit. How do you deal with it? Well, if you look at my reviews for some of them, you'll find that when you look at the nutritional information, it won't tell you in the UK to take them off. So all you need to do is say, if it says, okay, for one sweet you get 5 grams of carb, you actually get 0.5 grams or lower. So that's the best way to be able to do it. Now, you commonly find it in sugar-free hard candies, sugar-free chocolate, and sugar-free cookies and biscuits. Has a very low spike in blood sugar, and it can definitely cause digestive issues. So you can get diarrhea if you consume too much of it. Usually they recommend 10 sweets in an hour or 1 to 2 hours. So yeah, I would stick to eating 5 in an hour every hour, and that would probably be best. Again, it's not so bad, but it does have more digestive issues. So enjoy in moderation. Too much lead to digestive discomfort. That's 100% true. That's the only downside for it. So you have to take on the fact that it is the better sugar alcohol than the other 3, but you will get digestive issues. Now, number 5, Lactitol. So Lactitol is down here as number 5. Again, you might find different ones and ones that you can put in here. This is Lactitol, so you get 2 to 3% of the carbs absorbed, and it's only a 3 to 6 GI, meaning it's a lot better and conducive for a keto diet than the other 4. Now, what you can see it's best in sugar-free yogurt, sugar-free chocolate, and sugar-free cookies and biscuits. Now, may cause mild gas or bloating if consumed in large amounts. So that's a much better effect than obviously Isomalt. Isomalt will give you diarrhea if you have too much of it. That's a fact. I've tried 10 candies. If you have 10 of those sweets in an hour, you will usually get some issues and maybe diarrhea. So that is the biggest problem you face with Isomalt. This one seems to be a lot better at that. Now, you can see here, gentle or on your digestion, low impact on blood sugar, too friendly and keto friendly. So smart sweetness, kind to your gut, perfect for keto. So this one of the top 5 worst sweeteners, this is probably going to be one of the best ones there, of the worst. Obviously, if you want a natural, friendly, healthy sweetener, you've got monk fruit, you've got stevia, and again, you can go for allulose. I don't say erythritol. Erythritol isn't here because it is better than all of these overall, but it does have a 2023 piece of research talking about cardiovascular events and problems with platelets in your blood. So you can go research that and understand that. But again, look for the healthy ones. I'll always say stevia, monk fruit, allulose. They don't have any research pieces saying there's a red flag. So, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, thumbs up please, and subscribe. Also guys, any questions, please pop them in the comments and I'll try my best to answer them. Okay guys, I'll see you on the next one.